Carey and Maggie. You're homeless.
Yeah, I actually have another daughter, but she's at camp right now. It's a school-sponsored camp, and she isn't back yet. So just want everybody to know there's actually 3 of us, but right now it's just me and Maggie.
3 of you living in this van.
Yeah,
How long have you been homeless?
about 8 years.
And what have you called homeless shelters, family homeless shelters? What have you done to try to get out of this?
Yes, when I first knew we were going to be homeless, I checked with different state agencies to get out of homelessness, got turned down because they were so overwhelmed and so full. They said, you'd have to call every night to let us know that you need housing, but there was already a waiting list that, and you might be on a waiting list for 30 days. And then they said you could only stay there 2 months. And then after that, you'd be out again.
Right.
I've called even in Pierce County. I went from King County to Pierce County, found out I got every number they gave me off of this referral list was either defunct or they too were so overwhelmed they couldn't handle numbers, so they just told me we're turning people away because we just don't have the room.
And I know I've helped you find job interviews, so I know you're looking for work.
Yep.
But the hard part is childcare. It's double the cost.
Yeah, that's the thing too. When school's out, like now in summer, your child care goes from part-time care to full-time care. Just for her to go before and after school, it's you're looking anywhere from $450 to $600.
And she's trying to sneak out. And you're such a gorgeous kid.
Close the door, Maggie. And then, right now I thought, well, yeah, I'm still looking for a job, but then how am I going to pay for childcare? I have a teenager who's also looking for part-time work just to, help out. But again, we'd still have to, find a place that's affordable that I can have her at while we're out working.
So you live in this van, and it's not a new van. It has...
It's got about 276,000 miles on it, so almost 300,000 miles. I was told that these Ford Aerostars do run forever as long as the maintenance is kept up on it. And I'm not driving cross country or anything, so.
But this is no place for a family to be sleeping.
No, it's a lot like an extended camping trip. It's a lot smaller than the RV that I had, but the RV was old and it had about 200,000 miles on it as well, but it was falling apart faster than I could afford to fix it.
Well, how do you keep clean? What do you...
Oh, we visit, if I do get into a campground, we can take showers there because they are coin operated. Or we can go to the swimming pools. A lot of times we go swimming in an indoor pool and they have showers there. And then we do have some friends that offer us to use their bathrooms, and we just kind of rotate it around.
Well, I hung out with you today, and we took the little one there swimming.
Yeah.
And I was just really impressed with you and the strength and the courage, because I didn't spend the day with a homeless family. I spent today with a family. Yeah.
It's like I tell people, we're no different than a housed family. We still do the same activities on the weekends. When I was working, one of the things I made sure was the kids knew that weekends were family time. If I wasn't working on a Saturday, then
So you were working and still living in your van?
Oh, at the time, yeah. At the time we're living out of the RV. What I would do is when I had 2 jobs, I would have Sundays off, and the kids knew that Sunday was family day. So when they were at daycare or at some school program, when I wasn't working, I'd take them to the movies. That's an interesting thing because we do still in Washington State have outdoor movie theaters. So we would go hang out there to see a double feature for the price of one. Or I'd take them to the beach in the summer. We'd go swimming. We'd go camping. Just like any other family.
Except the funny one over there is making funny faces.
Yeah.
We bonded today, didn't we, Maggie?
Yeah, didn't you?
Didn't we?
Did you have fun with Mark? Yeah.
Yeah, so... tell me a little bit about social media. You met this crazy guy named Hardly Normal on Twitter, and actually, if you had responded to my email a year ago and a road trip last year, we would have been doing this last year. But instead now you run the Facebook page, the Twitter feeds for We Are Visible, Invisible People. You helped me out tremendously. I do what I can to help you with your cell phone or other costs, gas and different things. I wish I could do more. I wish I could give you, out of any family I've ever wanted to get into housing, you're it. So tell me about social media and how it's helped you and We Are Visible. And
one of the things was when I first met you, I didn't know really about social media. I knew about things like MySpace, Facebook, and Twitter was a new thing. So I didn't realize the impact social media could have just by telling a story, and that started when I when I was writing blogs for Change.org, and like you were one of the first comments on there, and I thought, who's this guy? I don't know who he is, right. And then I clicked on a link after I followed your name to find out who Invisible People TV was, and that one letter that I sent to Josie Raymond way back when. I was stunned at the response it got, how many people responded to me. And what amazed me was the fact that all these people had no idea what the real face of homelessness is now, and it's families. It's not just that stereotype. And then going to the 140 conference with you not that long ago made a really big impact when I got to see how other people use social media to get their word out. And I thought, well, this gives me some ideas. But social media, I wasn't sure about it because I didn't know much about it, but the more I learned about it, I realized, hey, this is a tool where I can use to tell my story and just reach out to other people.
You've met a lot of people. I mean, and people helped you get this transmission fixed. I mean, if you're mobile homeless, and I mean, the other step from this would literally be on the streets.
Yeah, and
so if you're dead in the car and police hassle you and no gas, or I mean, gosh, I mean, it's just been amazing, you know. So how do people find you? You are online.
I have my own site at careyfuller.com.
Yeah.
I'm also at Facebook under my name, Carey Fuller. I'm on Twitter as Carey Fuller. Basically, and you can always say hello to me at We Are Visible, which is on Facebook. I usually put topics for discussion on there, or if somebody brings up a great point, I try to expand it to get a discussion going on it. And one of the things that I want to reach out about with the homeless folks is to connect with each other. You know, we're all out there talking, but really we should be talking to each other and working together, because I think, you know, all these groups that are out there, it's great, but they're not really working together as much as they could be. So even individuals who want to volunteer, you know, if you know about a program in your area and you know there's people who want to help, try to get them connected. A great way to do that is just watch what's on the Twitter feeds and what's on, We Are Visible.
Well, that's, gosh, I had an amazing day with you guys. I'm almost in tears following you here that you're going to sleep here, and you're telling me about the rabbits. You know what I mean? And, you know, Maggie is out there playing, and I'm just really encouraged with the strength, and I really admire you. So if you had 3 wishes, what would they be?
Well, you might want to ask Maggie that. I know this is hard, but a long time ago when I first got into homelessness and I went to what I assumed would be places for help, I had a lot of wishes then.
Yeah.
But when I realized that the people that should have been there to provide a safety net for us weren't there, the tendency to wish just evaporated. I really couldn't tell you I had 3 wishes. I have one wish, and that is I'd like to get my kids out of homelessness. Yeah. But other than that...
So Maggie, besides making funny faces, you got 3 wishes?
You got 3 wishes? No, think about it.
Okay, that's a funny face.
How about a wish? What 3 wishes would you want?
And besides dinner, because we're going to your favorite place for dinner.
Well, if you could wish for something, what would be your first wish?
Not to be homeless.
And what's your second wish?
To have enough money to buy things we need.
I can't hear you.
Have enough money to buy stuff we need.
What's your third wish?
To have money to buy stuff you need. And your third wish?
Yeah. So we can hear you.
Well,
speak it up. What did you say? She kind of whispered. She said, "Just to be happy."
Just to be happy?
Yeah.
Just to be happy.
Did you have fun to be happy today? All right.
Well, thank you very much for talking to me.
Thanks.